All right. Good morning, everyone. We are so excited and so thankful that you have hopped on a Saturday morning. We know how the weekend can be kind of nutso with little ones running around. So if you have your kids in, that's great. Just feel free to mute yourself. I believe I have it set so that everyone who joins will be muted. But we're so excited to have you. We are truly, when we sit here this morning, just blown away at kind of how our life has changed over the last 2.5 years. 2.5 years ago, we had 4 kids, 3 and under, and we were sort of surviving. So for those of you who may not know who we are, maybe our coaches invited you, we wanted to first introduce ourselves. My name is Amber Kuiper. This is my husband, Jake. And we were just surviving. And one day I was at this all-time low and I ordered the 21-day fix without Jake knowing. And I ended up getting results and it was kind of crazy. And then I wanted to try this Shakeology. And again, Jake wasn't totally on board, but I ordered it anyway because that's kind of what I do. And I became a discount coach because I wanted a discount. And I started to lose weight and I started to feel incredible. And honestly, I wasn't so sure that I wanted to be in network marketing, but I knew that I had to share what I had found with other moms because I knew that it could give them hope. And so fast forward 2.5 years later, here we are helping thousands of people every month get healthy. I know even just yesterday, Jake and I were texting each other. We were looking at some things that people had posted in the challenge group, and it was just so much fun to see people sort of coming to life and getting their confidence back. And so we've had this crazy thing happen over the last few months with all the work that our incredible team has done to help other people, both from a fitness standpoint and a nutrition standpoint. And so we've actually been talking with Carl. So Carl Daikeler is our CEO. And, 3 months ago, was it that we had the idea for Take Back the Kitchen? And I remember we had struggled with meal planning ourselves. And so we opened up this free Facebook group. And in 24 hours, we had like 2,500 people in this group, and I was freaking out. And so I texted Carl, and he, was like all on board, giving us all of his support. He set us up with everyone at corporate that we needed to connect with. And truly, we are just honored to have him on the call today.
And I'll say this, I went in our Facebook page a few minutes before we hopped on in here, and we went out to our team and we're like, hey, we have got this incredible opportunity in front of us. If you guys can get 200 people to commit to being a part of this call, then I will send a message out to Carl Daikeler and we'll just see, would he ever consider doing this call for us? And so everybody messages back right away and they go, 200, absolutely. We'll get 200. And I don't know if anybody has been in that page recently, but we are now over 620 people that are at least hopping on Facebook at some point today to hear about where we are going and where our business is headed. And I'm telling you, it's headed up. We are so excited about today. We are so fortunate to have Carl on the call. Carl is somebody that I think Amber and I both look up to just from the way he manages the company, the innovative person that he is. And we got to see kind of a different side of him. You get to see him on stage, you get to see the energy, the passion, what he has done to build this successful organization. And then we got kind of the sneak peek behind the scenes look at him where he was so intentional and focused in helping us grow this business within a business that it wasn't even established yet within Beachbody. And it wasn't stop, let's think through this. It was just go for it. What do you guys need from me? And we are just elated to have him a part of this call this morning.
Yeah, so with that, Carl, we would love to bring you on, and we'll just let you do your thing. I keep telling people, gosh, just get on this call. You got to hear from this guy. This is why we bought into this incredible community. So I'll let you take it away.
Well, that's super kind of you. And where are you guys located, by the way?
We are in Minnesota, so it's cold.
And it snowed last night, so it's snowy Minnesota.
So what else are you going to do on a Saturday morning? But
That's right.
100 people jump on a call with you. So, well, look, thanks for having me on. That was a super nice intro, and I can't tell you how grateful and excited I am for everybody here that would jump on a call like this on a Saturday morning. And, you know, I honestly, first off, I need to correct one thing that you said. I am not your CEO. You are your CEO. And I am a partner, and my job is to make sure that I'm doing exactly what I'm doing, and that is run the company in a way that you can create this opportunity for yourself. And I think you guys have been so innovative and industrious to put the Take Back the Kitchen group together. It's so really eye-opening to see people connect to the Take Back the Kitchen idea, because just this concept of getting control of the kitchen, whether it's using the containers or understanding what they're eating and how that's contributing to their health or not, what that's doing to their kids, and how that's participating with what their experience is in school and interacting with people, whether they've got sort of this sugar edge or this feeling of wellness, which contributes to them. You know, when you feel well, whether you're an adult or a kid, but when you feel good, you're just that much more likely to be kind to people around you. Like these subtle little things, and it really does happen in the kitchen. And I think that's a good 75-80% of it. And then on top of that, you've got obviously this concept of staying more active, moving your body so that it works for you. And the more you move it, the more strength you have, the stronger your metabolism is, and all that. So anyway, what you guys did with Take Back the Kitchen and the people who participated in that, we're so blessed and so lucky to see, and frankly, the fact that they took initiative is such a big deal. Okay, so here we are on a Saturday morning. What do you need from me? What's the big deal with me? And I think that I have the opportunity to get on here and give you a little bit of my perspective of what this opportunity means. And you know, in many respects, you said it's only getting bigger. It's only, you know, it's only up. And that's the only other thing that I'll correct. It doesn't have to be only up. It could definitely be down. And I don't want to be morose, but what we're doing is very hard. If people are looking at this opportunity from the perspective of, let me get money fast and sell something that's super easy, well, that's when you get into the drug business. I mean, they're like, you know, you can sell far more gratifying products, and look, at the end of the day, all of us are going to work at something, no matter what. Like, that's a given. We have to work because we need to make a living. We want to take care of our kids, put them through school, and so on. Now, the other side of it is, what about you? So really, this starts with you. And when I say you, now I'm talking to everybody on the call. That as much as I'd like to be here and be like, we're going to save the world, and I truly think, honestly, just to set it up, this company is the solution to ending the trend of obesity and health style and lifestyle disease, like hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, and just all the other complications of being obese or overweight. This company and the business model, the ecosystem that we've created, is the one thing that can help the 300 million people in North America and the UK who are currently suffering, and I mean it, suffering from being overweight and obese. And with that opportunity, you got to look at it as to how are people influenced. So what I want to speak to here, and I'll try to keep it brief since it's the morning, but what I want to speak to here are really the 4 reasons that I think it's very important that somebody consider being a coach and that they consider being a coach only for the right reason. Obviously, we'd love it if you were a discount coach. That means you can get your daily sunshine less expensive, or you can get your Shakeology less expensive. I've got mine here. This is day 315 for me. But that's sort of just a consumer behavior trying to get the best deal possible. If you want to truly be a coach, which means, and I'm going to set it up, you will sign up today, and you will do it with the intent of signing up at least one, if not two more coaches this weekend. Okay? So that's the mentality. If you're considering being a coach and creating a part-time income opportunity for yourself, I need you to not think, hey, that might be a thing that's really good for me. I can make a little extra income and I'll get started next week. We can't, that mentality is already not going to work. If it's going to be possible for you to achieve your dreams and to make a massive impact in the world, it has to be like there's a fire burning. And that mentality, I think, is the way it's the way I wake up every single day. Like every day, even today. This is why I said 7 a.m. Saturday, let's go, because I am already in work mode. But so what does this mean, and how does it work, and why would you become a coach? Okay, here are the 4 reasons. First reason is you want to lose weight yourself, or be the healthiest version of yourself possible. That is the first and primary purpose that we created the coaching business for. Because John and I, my co-founder John Congdon, when we went through Power 90 and then later P90X, and when I went through 21 Day Fix Extreme, Shift Shop, Body Beast, it was this idea that my results could inspire other people. And the fact that, I don't like to eat vegetables. In fact, I hate vegetables. And I don't like to work out. In fact, I hate working out. There's anything that I would rather do. But I know that there's one thing that is non-negotiable for me. And it is this, because I don't like vegetables. And by doing this every day, and look, yesterday, I'll admit, so I had like this yogurt parfait thing in the morning that I learned from Fix8, the Fix8 cooking show on Beachbody On Demand. And then I forgot my lunch. So I had a chicken quesadilla on a flour tortilla. It was this greasy thing that my assistant went and got me. It's disgusting and fantastic. And then my daughter was in a show last night, so this is embarrassing, but I want to tell you the truth. So I stopped at a Mexican place on the way home, and I had a chicken quesadilla on the way home. I had 2 chicken quesadillas and a bowl of chips. It's ridiculous. Why do I drink this every day? It's because I'm not very consistent with my food. But I understand portions, so I keep the portions under control. Anyway, the point is, I can go off the rails so easy, but I know that as part of this business, for me to be able to sit here on a Saturday morning and not feel like I'm asking you to do something that I wouldn't do for myself, it's keeping me in check. So that's my first one. I'm keeping my own weight in check, staying fit, because I work out 3-4 days a week. If I'm in the middle of a program, it gets to 6 days a week. But that accountability is what this network is about. The next important reason to be a coach, for anybody who's got kids in the room, is because when you set up your house to be the center of health and fitness with Beachbody On Demand and having these shakes on the counter sitting there, so like I usually keep them back here. My kids come in and see. We got them all over the kitchen. So there they are. Now they're in the view. The kids are like, "What is that shake you drink every day, Dad?" Well, it's this Shakeology stuff. It's a daily dose of potent nutrition. It's got superfoods in it. It's got fiber and protein, and it's low glycemic, so I'm not adding more refined sugar into my diet. And I'm being a role model to my kids. This is something that my parents, God bless them, they didn't do it. Like my dad would have a salad, and it was really a bowl of mayonnaise with lettuce sprinkled on top. And I'd get home from school, and my mom would give me a snack, and it'd be a stack of Oreos. And I was a super active kid, so it didn't catch up with me, but we weren't really taught these fundamentals. And that's why for the first time in history, our kids have a shorter life expectancy than us, because the adipose tissue, the fatty tissue that they're building up as kids will be harder for them to lose as adults. So we've got to teach them portion control, proper choices when they're out eating, that a Happy Meal just ain't so happy, and that literally doing one thing a day is a substantial way to complement and supplement the rest of your health. Okay, be a role model for your kids. So the 2 reasons so far are: take care of your own body and have the accountability as a coach, because you want to make some extra money, so you better look the part. Doesn't mean you need to have a 6-pack or be superhero, super Tony Horton muscles. It does mean that you need to be on the journey and to be able to be authentically say to people, I'm doing my workouts and I'm drinking my shake and I'm watching what I eat, because this is part of my job. 3rd reason, extra income. Because when you are losing weight and when you are representing to people that it's important that we be role models to our kids, maybe even work out with our kids to something like double time, that's going to attract other people, 300 million of them. There's no shortage of people who need this product. That's when I look at other opportunities out there. There's opportunities to sell wine or soap or essential oils and so on. These are products that you can get anywhere. What can't you get anywhere else? Accountability for health and fitness that doesn't cost you something like $100 an hour or $50 an hour with a personal trainer. Instead, we've got this incredibly efficient machine where you've got a coach who, let's use me as the proxy here, posts that he drinks a shake every day, does his workout, posts in what we call the challenge tracker app that I'm doing my workouts, and every once in a while I'll post my food, show that I'm eating, and just represent that I am proof the product works. That attracts people to the business model so that I can make some extra income while, without any guilt, I can feel really good about making that extra money, because there's no source of accountability that is as cost effective as this one, unless I want to hire a personal trainer, and that's just expensive. And the 4th reason is to change the course of health and lifestyle in the world. Okay? So let's review these 4 reasons and a powerful catalyst to these 4 reasons to be a coach. First one is, I want to lose weight. I personally need accountability to stay healthy. And second, I need to be a role model to my kids. And I'm not going to be a role model to my kids unless I've got that accountability to lose weight myself. Okay? So actually you'll see everything points to that lose weight one, that accountability to stay on track that we as a community do together through the magic of this network, through the magic of this sharing, sharing economy. That's what it is. So where an Uber driver has a car, so they can turn that into an income, or Airbnb person has an extra room and they can turn that into an income opportunity. We have a desire to lose weight and or get healthy and be fit, and now we have the ability to monetize that by being, okay, be a role model for your kids. Well, I got to do the lifestyle to do that. Want to earn extra income? I got to do the lifestyle to do that. You want to change the course of health and lifestyle disease in the world? You got to start with you, which means you got to lose weight. That's 4 reasons in this world where it's so easy to be obese, to be out of shape, to make bad health choices. Again, it doesn't mean you need to be a saint, but you just need to have some influence to keep yourself in check. So if the goal is, I want to look and feel my best, but if this is your inner voice, like it is to mine, I want to look and feel my best. I don't want my jeans to be tighter as I get closer to Christmas. I can't stand that feeling when it's like, oh, there it is, reality. Haven't been weighing myself, but my jeans are a little tight. And I don't think it's because I'm drying them too long. Okay, I know is because I'm gaining some weight around the midsection. So I want to lose weight and feel great. So I become a coach. That creates pressure on me to lose weight and feel great. I want to be a role model to my kids, which puts pressure on me to lose weight and feel great. So I'm a coach. I want to make extra income, which puts pressure on me to lose weight and feel great. And I want to change the course of health and lifestyle disease in the world, which means I need to personally not be a statistic that is tilting it toward the obesity trend and the lifestyle trend. Do you understand how powerful these 4 reasons and the fact that they all point back? Lose weight, role model for my kids, extra income, change the course of health in the world. All of them point back to me and my desire to lose weight and be healthy. Like, I don't know of any other business that we can think of, not being a personal trainer, well, maybe a little bit being a personal trainer, or owning a gym or owning a weight loss center. Those could also have those similar for influencers, except for the fact that, and I've talked to gym owners about this, this is completely cost effective because Trina Gray, one of our coaches, she's a fantastic coach. She had like $300,000 of debt, or maybe it was closer to $500,000 in debt because she built this gym in upstate Michigan. And she was doing great, but like she was doing fine, paying her bills, and loved helping people, but paying herself a very small salary because she had to pay everybody else's salary. And if somebody couldn't show up, she had to be the one that showed up. And she saw these Beachbody coaches around her who were making money working the same hours, but they could take some time off because the business didn't rely on them being there 24/7. And they didn't have nearly the capital investment requirement to run a gym. Or you look at a personal trainer's business can only scale by the time of day that they've got. And people really only want a personal trainer first thing in the morning, which means you got to get up at the crack of dawn to go over to their house or go to the gym. So you're up at 4 a.m. so you can make it there by 5 a.m. because you really only have 2 or 3 hours to work. And you got 2 or 3 hours to work at the end of the day. So you get maximum 6-7 clients a day. And you can't take a day off because any day you take off, you don't make money. So here's an opportunity. This is why this is so incredibly efficient, because here's an opportunity with the entire package of fitness, nutrition, and this thing called peer support, which doesn't cost the customer anything extra. All they need to do is take care of themselves by drinking a tasty, delicious shake every day. It's like the perfect business model that is so perfect that people are like, this can't be true. This is too good to be true. No, it's actually not too good to be true. And here's why. Like, here's the thing that as a coach, you're going to have to deal with. You're going to have to deal with the fact that for this to be worth drinking every single day, it has to be extremely potent, and the supply chain that makes it worth drinking every single day means that it's more expensive than the cheap food that we've become accustomed to. And I think your dietitian that did Take Back the Kitchen probably spoke to that, the effect that foods, that processed foods are so cheap, and we've come to expect that food is extremely inexpensive because of factory farming and pesticides and all these efficiencies that they found. Well, where do you think all that stuff is going? All that pollution, all those toxins are going inside our bodies. In fact, now we can't get away from them. They're in the water, they're in the soil, and so on. Well, one thing helps my body biologically process what I need to process so that I can at least know that every day I do one thing that helps me stay healthy. So you got these 4 reasons to be a coach. Incredibly efficient mechanism of, I want to lose weight, I want to be a role model for my kids, I want extra income, and I want to change the course of health and the lifestyle disease in the world. So I am going to be the proof the product works, and now I'm going to invite people. So if you're thinking, Heather, proud of you, it looks like you're drinking your shake. good job. That as wanting to be a person who looks at this opportunity honestly. Now you look at it, if money is an important thing, you go, well, can I sell this? Can I do this? Well, you're on this call. You must believe in it. And by the way, what this shake is a catalyst for change. I was in a meeting the other day where people were talking about why do people succeed or why do they fail at fitness programs? And why would they buy a fitness program from Beachbody or do a nutrition plan from Beachbody when you can get them all over YouTube and you can go buy books and put them together yourself? The reason is, if you don't have skin in the game, if you don't have some compelling reason that you put your credit card down and you committed to it, you are going to quit it. And we've all started things that we said, I'm just going to run. I'm going to run 3 miles a day and it's going to work. And that might last for 3 weeks, might last for 2 weeks, but it ain't going to last a lifetime. Not for most people. It doesn't last for me. So we've got this catalyst for change in this shake that can help people lose weight, feel more regular. Thank you. My wife just came in. It's nice to see her. Good morning. She's whispering. It's very.
Good morning.
All right. Okay. So where was I? Oh, so we got this catalyst for change with this shake that when you do this every day, when you make this for your kids every day, you're showing them that there's one fundamental in addition to brushing your teeth, which is non-negotiable. And that you start the day every day with the shake, or at least have it in your morning routine, and it is that much more likely that you're going to work out. It is that much more likely that you're going to watch what you eat because you just made a $4.33 US investment in your health. Now, why would you undermine that the rest of the day? Unless you forgot your lunch and all you can eat is chicken quesadillas. So now it's going to be up to you. Look, what I have done, I'm very proud of building this business. What I've done with Beachbody On Demand has been quite controversial, frankly. You know, I've got employees, they're not coaches. My employees need to make salaries and bonuses. So they want to charge the maximum for what we do. And so that the business will thrive. But we also want to reach hundreds of millions of people. So we could charge more for Shakeology. Frankly, if we had the same margins as the rest of network marketing, Shakeology would cost around $180 per month versus around the $130. You get it less, obviously, if you're a coach. $180 a month is going to be a very difficult sale, except for the very privileged few, and that's not the business that we're in. So we take tighter margins, and we're trying to work it out with, obviously, a potent shake that people can feel, and thus they'll buy more and more and more every single month. We have $7,000 of content that we've put on Beachbody On Demand, and even coaches were like, why are you just putting all the content on Beachbody On Demand and not charging for it with Beachbody On Demand All Access? And the reason is, while there are always going to be different offer structures that we put together from time to time, ultimately we want a member to be able to access the program that's right for them at the right time. And we want them, when they buy a challenge pack, to be able to know that there's a program for them. The ideal program for them is available to them. Now you might wonder, well, okay, what should all that cost? For 2 years, we charged $190 for all access to Beachbody On Demand, or actually to before we did all access, but nonetheless, it was about $160 for Beachbody On Demand and $130 for Shakeology. That's $290. With the challenge pack, we charge $160. We've made it as cost effective as possible, and that's with Shakeology HD. The whole purpose of that is so that if you decide to become a coach and you're passionate about it, that you don't have a financial obstacle. That's why I did that. I didn't want it to be a financial obstacle for you to be able to get involved and have a shake that would truly feed your body what it needs. A shake that would truly feed your kids what they need. Do you know how much grief I got for putting together a shake that costs the same as Shakeology because it's so dense with fruits and vegetables, fiber and protein? But it costs the same as Shakeology, and people are like, you can't do that in a kid's shake. And I'm like, this is exactly what our kids need. So I want to make sure that you can get that as inexpensively and as cost effectively as possible without undermining the value of what we're doing to change the course of your health, make you a great role model, give you an opportunity for extra income, and change the state, the course of health and lifestyle disease in the world. So now it comes down to, are you going to be a coach? Do you want extra income that helps support your desire to lose weight and be healthy? And if so, can you get another coach on board by the end of the weekend? And I'm not saying that that is a rule that you have to get a coach by the end of the weekend. I'm saying that needs to be your intent. That if you're going to sign up, I want you to be so passionate about it, I want you to be so rabid about it, that you have a hard time going to sleep at night. Watching TV is nowhere near as rewarding because you're like, I'm saving people every day. Every day I'm saving 2 new people are coming into my challenge group, and I'm starting them on Mondays, and they work out, and I've got a video of a mom and her son working out, and her 5-year-old son is working out with they got the double time ball, and they're throwing it around and having a good time. And you see people relating instead of just staring at their iPads. And you see people doing a little obsessed on Beachbody On Demand, and they're feeling great and they're feeling alive. If that's what you want to be a part of, then what I'm saying is, get in now. If you're thinking about it, if it's that hard a decision, it's not the right decision. But if it's like, I want to lose weight, I want to be a role model for my kids, I need this extra income, and I want to make that extra income by helping the world be a healthier, happier place to live in. If that gets you charged up, then of course, it should be simple. Of course I'm going to do this, even if it's part-time. You don't need to be a full-time person, but just the fact that your own health and fitness behavior, to drink a shake every day, to watch what you eat, and to do your workouts should be such a no-brainer that by virtue of being the proof that the product works, you're now creating demand out there that will attract other customers and other coaches. It's a no-brainer, which means you should be able to get it done today and maybe show up, copy this video, or just you're probably articulate enough to be able to say the same thing. Lose weight, role model for your kids, extra income, change the course of health in the world. If you can imagine 1 or 2 other people that would be an attractive proposition to, then let's go. What are we talking for? It's 7:29. We should wrap this up, and everybody sign up to be a coach, and let's start helping people and stop talking about it. So that's what I wanted to get on and say this morning, and I think it's important that we do it, because if we don't do it, let me say it differently. If I don't do it, it doesn't happen in the world, because it's not happening for me. So it doesn't matter what's happening in the world, because it's not going to happen for me, which means if it doesn't happen for me, it means I'm not going to teach it to my kids. And if I'm not going to do it for me and teach it to my kids, I'm not going to attract other people to want to do it with me. So I'm not going to make that money. And I am going to be a part of the statistics that I hear on CNN when they talk about lifestyle disease and the trend of obesity. I want to be the opposite of that. I want to lose weight. I want to be a role model. I want the extra income, and I want to change the course of health and fitness in the world. And I need millions of people. Right now we're about 350,000 coaches. I need millions. I think in the United States and Canada, between the United States, Canada, and the UK, I think I need between 1 and 2 million coaches in order to change the course of the trend of obesity. So we're far from saturation, and then we've got other countries all over the world that we're going to travel to, and we're going to help them too, because there's not a single country in the world that does not have a rising trend of obesity. How about that for opportunity? And nobody else has solved it, except we are solving it, one person like you at a time. So I gave you my Saturday morning. I've done my best to keep the price of Shakeology and the challenge pack, make it a no-brainer at $160. That's normally people join a gym for average $50 a month. This is a better deal than that, and it's right in their living room so that they can be role models to their kids. We put this incredible ecosystem together, but now it's your turn to do something with it. And Jake and Amber have been so generous with their time and creative with their energy. I think that I hope that the people on this call recognize just how amazing this opportunity is, and now we do something with it. Because you know about it, but I am keen to say knowledge is not power. Action is power. And here we are on a Saturday morning. It's very possible that the decision you make this morning could change the course of the state of health and wellness in the world, because it's going to change the course of health and wellness for you. And you are the world. We are the world. Okay, I think I'm done.
Oh, well, thank you, Carl. That's I mean, I'm sitting here. I wish I could sign up all over again as a coach. I'm like, I would join today. That's amazing.
I'm stretching over here, getting ready for my workout, and wanting someone to bring me my Shakeology.
Yeah. Does anyone have any quick questions before we let Carl go for today?
If you've got any questions, just kind of type them in the messenger thread. Okay, guys, a few seconds here.
It's early. It's on a Saturday. People are just going there signing up to be coaches, what they're doing right now. They're like, why would I ask questions? This is a no-brainer. Get signed up. And that's the thing, like as you do this, keep in mind, I suppose I should have put a fifth point to my little list there of why to be a coach. And that is, and that would be particularly pertinent to how you feel about representing a product. One of the things that we work very hard as a company to do is to make sure that you never have to apologize for what you're doing, meaning we're not asking you to load up on inventory. We're not asking you to make some big investment. We're not asking you to force people to do this. This is absolutely the kind of thing that when somebody's ready, they step in and they do it. You obviously want to influence them to take better care of themselves. That's an important part of the role of coach, is to influence improving behavior. But we never want you to be at a function or a family. We don't want you to be at Thanksgiving and ever have to worry that you've ever misrepresented something. That's why there's a 30-day money-back guarantee on everything. And that's why we don't pull any punches as it relates to what Shakeology is, what it's for, and what it costs, because we know it's that good. So you have this sort of, this safety net of being able to know that what you're representing is the best, is the real solution, and anybody you represent it to, if it didn't work for them, it's because they didn't follow it. It's because they didn't do the steps, they didn't follow the program, and perhaps some cases what we see is people they're too ambitious with it at first. Whenever somebody says, we've had many people, obviously thousands of people who have left their full-time jobs or wanted to work from home and then get their spouse to be able to work from home too. And they'll tell me they're doing that, and I always get a little tense because I don't want people to jump all in until they really know that they can do this. So I like people to walk before they run, and before they run, I want to make sure they got good sneakers. So we've set this business up so that it can be a great safety net. It can be completely defendable. Just do it at a good tempo, at a good pace. But at the end of the day, if it sounds good to you, let's start. Let's get you on the journey. Let's make it a thing that when you wake up, you're like, oh, of course I have to work out because I'm a coach and I need to show people that I'm working out. And of course I'm going to drink this shake that's going to feed my body well because I'm a coach and I need to show people that it's important. And of course I'm going to check myself. I'm still going to enjoy food, but I'm going to check myself because I'm a coach, and I want to show my kids that we eat in a responsible, healthy way so that they lead healthy, fulfilling lives. That's what's great about being a coach. You are a part of the change in the world. So I hope you sign up today. Doesn't look like we have any questions.
Yeah, the one thing I was wondering if you could touch on really quick. So we have, with our Take Back the Kitchen, we have coaches who are branding themselves more as nutrition ambassadors. So they're leading people through challenge groups who may not be ready for the fitness side, but they want to incorporate Shakeology, Daily Sunshine in the meals. And so obviously it was just announced that Beachbody is taking a direction with bringing on a registered dietitian. And so could you maybe talk to that about how someone might plug in if they're more passionate about the nutrition side?
Well, we've already, obviously, on Beachbody On Demand, we have over 100 recipes with Fixate, and you can basically sort of put together the Portion Fix program with a challenge pack. So, it's very possible for somebody to lose weight and begin their healthy journey without necessarily needing to plug into our fitness solution to do that. So there's two programs. One is Portion Fix to help people have a more robust introduction and guideline to using the container system, portion control containers, and that will that's coming out sometime early spring. And then a little bit later, we've got Alana Mulstein and Lara Ross in the team who put together this 2B Mindset program, which is really ideal for people who find themselves on a roller coaster, particularly an emotional eating roller coaster, but who aren't interested in measuring and counting and all that, but really want a guideline to how to lose weight without restricting, without depriving yourself of food. Because that once you deprive yourself, once you say, I'm not going to do that, you only want it twice as much. So Alana, through her own transformation, she lost, I think it was like 100 pounds that she lost as a kid. Her parents would put her in fat camp. I mean, she was surrounded by the stigma and self-judgment of being overweight. And until she took things into her own hands, said, I'm going to become a registered dietitian nutritionist, and created this system. So that'll be coming out later in the fall later in the spring, probably mid-spring, mid to late spring. And I think what's possible for people right now, though, is, like, from my perspective, why would you wait to start drinking this shake? Like, literally, I don't miss a day of this shake. Why would you wait in starting to want to understand how you can cook with recipes like Fixate so that you can enjoy pasta that's prepared in a different way that can serve your body right, so that you're not bringing junk and processed food into the house, which is going to end up saving you money, which is going to end up paying for Shakeology. So if you want to be a person that, again, does these things, loses weight, role model the kids, extra income, and change the course of health and lifestyle disease in the world, why would you wait? So those things are coming, and it's going to be great for people who want an option where they don't have to, where they're not considering fitness, or maybe not considering it yet. But really at the center of it all, honestly, is Shakeology. That's what I mean when I say it's a catalyst for change. It is the one constant. It is the non-negotiable. And same thing for Daily Sunshine for the kids. It's the one thing that now they're asking for it. And to have your kid asking for a serving of fruits and vegetables effectively is like mind-blowing. And again, I know how it's formulated, that it's not a tricky, it tastes like it is, but it's not a trick of fruits and vegetables that's actually sugar. It's actually formulated by Isabella, who you know well, who cares so much that it is incredibly healthy for these kids. And it's helping them feel better about themselves and calm everything down without that sugar spike. So why would you wait for that? That's really my point. But we will have those two nutrition-facing programs later in 2018.
Awesome. Thank you. Anything else you wanted to add? No?
I don't think so. We're so appreciative of your time. I mean, obviously, it's incredible to have you take a portion of your Saturday morning and spend it with us. So, I mean, I can't say thank you enough. And those are really a lot of the comments that I'm reading here on the side is just, wow, thank you. This is great. So inspiring. Like that's really, reading another one here just to make sure I'm not missing anything. But no, we're really excited about what we built with Take Back the Kitchen. We're really proud of it. There's a question here like, will that continue? Of course, that's going to continue. I mean, it's something that has just built so much momentum as it pertains to helping people. Like it all comes back to helping people. At the end of the day, what we do each and every day, whether it's from fitness, whether it's from nutrition, is I keep saying this is kind of like my thing now, but like we are showing up every day and we're just showing others what's possible. Like we're just showing them and teaching them what they're capable of. And once they realize what they're capable of, then like at least inside my own self, like everything just changed. And I saw the world a little bit differently. And I looked at others a little bit differently. And I looked at my food choices a little bit differently. And I think that's what Carl shows up and does every single day is he just shows others what's possible. And that's what we're passionate about with Take Back the Kitchen, with these like challenge groups and boot camps that we're running on a regular basis. We're just helping people realize the greatness that's within them. And, you know, we can reach so many people. We can get 600 people in a Facebook page. That's great. We can get 11,000 people in a Take Back the Kitchen info page. That's great. But without you, we can't reach any more than that. And so that's why we wanted to get Carl on here. That's why Amber and I, you know, wake up, sacrifice our Saturday morning as well, because that's what we're passionate about. And there really is. I mean, I'm not joking. There was once this little pilot light that needed to be ignited. And all you guys, everybody who hopped on here was the ignition source to it. And now we just want to go out and help more people.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Carl, so much. We really appreciate it. Did you want to leave us with anything?
Yeah, you know, it's the toughest thing really for everybody who was kind enough to get on here. And I would just say, you know, you two have been so generous with your time. And obviously I'm doing this to have an outcome and not just hear myself talk. So I hope people take action now. And I hope they don't wait. Oh, great, I'll do that tonight. Like I hope they leave meeting and join Team Beachbody. That's what I hope happens right now. And I think that's sort of the exchange that we've got. If we've hit points that are meaningful to you, this idea of having this extra influence to be a healthy role model for your kid and feel better about yourself, then now it's your job to take the initiative and sign up. So I hope that's what happens. I hope we look at, and I hope you'll share with me the numbers so that I can see that, okay, we're making an impact. If not, I'll do it again tomorrow. I'll do it again Monday and Tuesday. I will anyway. But now I need everybody to see it through. That's sort of that's the deal that we've got. And nobody wants to be sitting out there with their side of the deal sort of held open. So let's get going.
All right. Thank you, Carl.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good rest of the day. And I look forward to greeting everybody. You'll get an email, I think, when you sign up. And it's got me, a picture from 10 years ago. So, literally, the picture that's taken in the Welcome to Team Beachbody is a picture that they took on a day that I finished my first round of P90X, which was like 10 years ago. I'm like, can we change this, please? But I look pretty good.
Oh, that's great. Awesome. Well, have a great weekend. Thanks, Carl.
All right, you guys. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.